Good evening. First at 6 o'clock, a Tulsa man is headed to prison for 30 years for murder after his drug dealing led a teenager to overdose and die.
The Tulsa County District Attorney says other drug dealers should expect similar charges if their drugs cause someone to die. News on 6's Taylor Newcomb has our top story.
Tulsa County District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler says he hopes this case serves as a warning to other drug dealers. He says if you deal drugs to someone who overdoses and dies, they're coming for you too. Those who loved 19-year-old Jill Searle remember her as a beautiful, shining personality.
She was such a blessing to all of us. She was so funny, so vibrant.
Her smile made you smile.
They also remember the darker moments, the moments when Jill was gripped by her addiction.
It broke her and it broke us, and nobody wants to go through that.
Jill overdosed on heroin in March of last year, drugs provided to her by 29-year-old Taylor Rogers.
They're vultures. They're picking over people who are addicts.
Tulsa County District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler worked closely with Tulsa police to charge Rogers with second-degree murder and bring him to justice. Although Jill took the drugs, Kunzweiler says her blood is on Rogers' hands.
He is delivering drugs to an addicted population who are vulnerable. They don't care what happens to the person they provided the drugs to.
Rogers pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 years in prison plus 10 years suspended. Jill's loved ones say the outcome brings them some sense of justice, but unfortunately not the ending they'd ever hoped for.
Nothing is gonna fix what has happened, you know, and nothing's gonna bring her back.
Kunzweiler says if you find yourself living a life of crime you don't want to be a part of, there are resources for you to get help and get out at the Tulsa Police Department. Taylor Newcomb, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.